Maybe I should start by saying what most of us know for certainty is the fact that our church owes a lot to the ministry, the calling, and the prophetic guidance of a woman. And I'm talking about Ellen G. White.
No one in Seventh-day Adventist history is given a position of greater authority and influence than Ellen White. Ellen White was a woman. She will continue to be a woman in the new earth when we meet her one day when we're all gathered together. Her writings serve a leadership function, an instructive function. They have authority in the life of the church, and therefore it has become clear to me, as one who is positive about Ellen White, that women should be called into ministry. And in fact, it is my conviction that to fully honor women in ministry will send a strong signal that we support the ministry of Ellen White, which currently is suspect by some.
It's amazing that God would choose a teenage woman by the name of Ellen Harmon, who became Ellen White after her marriage to James White, to be one of the pioneer leaders of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Historically, this is something very significant for us as Seventh-day Adventists. Not only did early Adventists see that the gifts of the Spirit are to be given to anyone, women included, but we have the example of this woman who for approximately 70 years gave of her life in ministry, preaching, teaching, helping people through Bible studies, helping the poor, her neighbors, doing anything she could do to help people know more about Jesus. That should also be part of our theological understanding of why we as Seventh-day Adventists believe that women can serve in pastoral ministry.
Under the authority of the Bible, her writings continue to have pastoral authority in my life. Ellen White's ministry is a lesser light, pointing us back to the greater light of Jesus in the Bible. It is significant that Ellen White uses the term pastor in an inclusive way. She writes, "The experience gained in the canvassing work will be of the greatest value to those fitting themselves for ministry. It is the accompaniment of the Holy Spirit that prepares workers, men and women, to become pastors of the flock of God." Testimonies to the Church, Volume 6, page 322.
God is the one who anoints for service, whether that's pastoral ministry, whether it's hospitality, whether it's the gift of praying for healing. God gives those gifts. And if God has called a woman to pastoral ministry, then we grieve the Spirit that gave that call. Were we to hold back that hand that could be involved in where God has called?
Now, the one thing I know about Ellen White, if she was against ordaining women, she would have said it. Her writings are very, very transparent of what the Lord showed her. She was not a timid person. She commented on so many things. And so by her not being against it, by her not saying to the church leaders, "How dare you issue credentials in my name?" We know they issued credentials. I know we're told that she didn't use them. Well, that's like Paul saying, when I was with you, I didn't baptize you. Why? He considered himself to be more than a baptizer. That's why he didn't baptize, although he did sometime. Ellen White, why would she need a minister's credential if she was called to be a messenger? She called herself, or a prophetess of the Lord. But the fact that she never chided the leadership for issuing them tells us a lot. That means she felt comfortable with it, and the church felt comfortable giving it to her.